When, yeah, when I went into college, I didn't have a goal of coming out with top level grades and so on. I didn't consider myself a top of the class or anything like that. In fact, when I came back later and talked to the engineering students at Cal Poly, I pointed out that under the rules that they have now to accept new students, there's no way I could get into college. I could not have gone to Cal Poly based on my grades in high school. Couldn't have got in. And yet I finished third in my graduating class in engineering. And yet there's no way, with the rules they've got now, that I would get in. And it was the people that somehow could rack up just top-level A's in their high school work. And I don't know, probably it had something to do with more than that, you know, how students can get in by their parents knowing somebody, you know. But I had no trouble getting in, I don't think. College was very inexpensive. You know, it would pay like, I don't know, something like $18 or $20 per unit. So if I took physics for this quarter, it wasn't semester but quarter, that's what it cost. And my dad, although before he died, he said he made a mistake. He should have funded my way through college because he had no problem affordable doing that. But he said that he wanted me to appreciate the importance of making a living. And actually, I had a family within 10 months after, 10 or 11 months after starting college. I had a baby. Okay, and you know, I was 18 or 19 then. So I had a family, and so even though we were living in what amounts to a camping trailer and paying the college expenses, I took jobs and made money to pay for all of that myself. There was no such thing as what they call student loans. No one had heard that term. I worked in foundation maintenance, which means I worked with plumbers and people that worked on air conditioning, people that repaired things, systems in the buildings. And I worked with these folk as a helper. Another thing that I worked on, I'd get up real early in the morning so that I'd go in the bake shop and help them make about 60 pies. So we'd have pies for the student union cafeteria. So I kind of learned baking and, you know, talking to the chef, he told me about the business of food. He said at that time, and it may still be true, he says, what you gotta charge someone for your product is exactly twice what you pay for the food. And that kind of gave me a little bit of a calibration, right? But what helped me more than that was the foundation maintenance, and if we have time, I'll tell you a wonderful story of what I learned and achieved based on that job.